Hi again.
Hello!
Welcome back to the Movie Buff Reactions.
Woohoo!
And today we're going to be reacting to a Nostalgia Critic episode. We haven't done one of these in a couple of months. Last one was with me and Alex. And I know the Nostalgia Critic's a bit of a controversial figure to some people these days. Some people don't want anything to do with it, but the show was a show that I discovered when I was at a pretty bad time in my life. Kind of lost touch with some close friends and had ended the relationship with my stepdad at the time, just estranged completely. So finding this show when I was also in a bad, just not getting up and about funk, kind of got me out of that, and it all led to me finding my other favorite shows and also creating my own show. So even though there's been a lot of bad stuff that's come out of, like, about the company, people who run it, and behind the scenes stuff, the classic episodes I still really like, and as long as it's still funny, I'll still enjoy it. Because that's kind of what it's all about, and there's a lot of movies I watch made by people who weren't the greatest that I can just appreciate for the product it is.
Yes.
And today's review is fitting with the season, a very classic Nostalgia Critic, where they reviewed a movie that in the past few years has become kind of a favorite to watch around the season, Ernest Saves Christmas. Ever seen an Ernest movie?
I don't believe I have.
We reviewed a bunch of the
Yes.
trailers.
Yeah.
And you saw that guy, how he was funny for like maybe 30 seconds at a time.
Yes.
So, and it begs the question, could a character like that carry a 90-minute movie?
We shall see.
And before we start, just want to say, this review actually has a little bit of controversy to it. This is the only review that Doug Walker has ever gone back and cut a part out after some bad reaction. And it's only one joke, because overall the whole thing is pretty good. Today we're going to be reacting to the uncensored version, because some people actually saved that.
Oh.
It's a joke he made about children with autism. I personally don't think it's that bad, but that was part of the original release, and we'll be watching it just to see it in its original kind of sort of glory.
Okay.
Let's get into it and hopefully enjoy it together.
Sounds like a plan.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it, so you don't have to. Well, it's after Christmas again, and once again I can't help but feel the post-Christmas blues. I mean, all this time waiting for Santa to bring me something wonderful and fantastic, these really great presents. And what does he bring me? A PlayStation 3 entertainment system, a brand new controller, a controller for the Blu-ray player, Soul Calibur 4, and no Batman Arkham Asylum. What have I done, Santa? What have I done to deserve such torture? What did I get instead of Batman Arkham Asylum? Ernest Saves Christmas. Ernest Saves crap! Just show it. Ernest, played by the late Jim Varney, is one of those movie characters that somehow I've overlooked. And granted, he's not a terrible character.
Are you in there?
Well, not that terrible. He's mostly just irritatingly annoying. But still, after a whopping 13 movies spread out between theatrical, TV, and VHS releases, it's pretty hard not to take a look at him. For those who don't know, Ernest got his start as a commercial spokesperson. For what, you may ask? Well,
Recognize those?
Peppermint stick ice cream, Dreamweaver Highland Cottage Jeep, Billy Yellow, Tyson's Toyota.
And also don't forget to buy Citizen Penguin, the only penguin that has the voice of Orson Welles.
I'm doing this voice under protest.
Neat, huh? So because of his popularity, they finally gave him a movie called Ernest Goes to Camp. It was stupid, but not Christmas-oriented. So instead, we're going to take a look at the sequel, Ernest Saves Christmas. So, let's see why... Let's just see why. So, the film is apparently so cheap that it relies on old Coca-Cola ads for its opening credits.
That's funny.
Now, I have to admit, this actually is kind of a nice opening, but seriously, would anyone ever connect this to an Ernest movie? It's kind of misleading. I mean, the credits say a lot about the film. I mean, it's kind of like starting off a movie like this.
The world is changed. I feel it.
Lord of the Rings.
Much that once was is lost, for none now live who remember it.
See, doesn't add up. But actually, the movie has another thing going for it. It has probably one of the best Santa Clauses of all time.
Agreed.
He's played by Douglas Seal. You may remember as the Sultan from Aladdin. And I swear,
Yep.
you've never heard a kinder puppy dog of a human being in your life.
You know, I've carried this torch for more seasons than I should have done. Because I loved it so much. But now, I've taken to making notes. Well, you can't do it that way. It shouldn't be done that way. It can't be done that way.
No.
I believe. But even he falls victim to some lame setups. Like, just count how many Santa puns there are here.
First time in Orlando?
Oh, no. I fly in once a year.
Where you from?
Up north.
Me too. What line of work you in?
Toys.
No fooling. You been in it long?
Longer than you can imagine.
I hear that. A lot of contacts.
Oh, all over the world. Yes, I'm used to a colder climate myself.
Ah, great! You blew up the Santa meter. Why do I have one of those?
Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas.
And there's obnoxious Maximus himself, driving some poor schmuck to the airport.
Hey, buddy, hurry up. I gotta get to the airport.
Oh, don't worry, mister. We'll make that plane. Thrill driver.
Hey, welcome to Crazy Taxi. You gotta get your comic foil to the airport in under 5 crazy minutes. Oh no, your passenger fell out of the car. Now start mugging to the camera because the director thinks it's funny.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Santa has a
A lot of weird
trouble
tics.
being custom. This is your real name.
It's the name I'm known by.
Sure. Hey, as long as your name's not Muhammad, you're good.
Skippy.
It's Vanessa, thank you.
You have 30
Yikes.
seconds to get your passenger on the plane to Mind School. And how about some more close-up footage? Way to go! Your next passenger should probably be a supporting character.
Taxi! Mr. Taxi, I'm a taxi.
Don't forget to hit the Asians. Now, finish off with some more monkey. So Ernest P. Worrell drives Santa Claus around in a cab. Boy, that's something I didn't think I'd say today. As they make some playful chit-chat.
Sun getting to you? Oh, yes, it's not as bright at night. I'm usually here at night.
Wait a minute, what did that bumper sticker say? So Ernest wants to keep the Christ in Christmas even though he's in a movie about Santa Claus. Yeah, hold on a second.
Weird.
That is weird.
This is the movie.
Meanwhile, we cut to these two guys who are looking after Santa's cargo at the airport.
Is that him?
These guys are so fucking annoying.
M. 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 M.
Star Wars.
We're not going back to that! That's my gimmick, folks. The eyes. It ain't much, but you can't do it. After that, we cut to some chick who got lost in the 80s as she tries to run away from paying the restaurant bill and gets into Ernest's cab.
You see that guy back there? That's my mean uncle. He's making me work in that restaurant like a slave. He keeps me locked up in the basement where there's rats.
You sit on the throne of lies.
Please don't let him get me, okay?
You're safe with us.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm Harmony Star. Remember that name, because I'm going to be famous someday.
Yes, I bet.
With that name.
Oh, this is Ernest. I'm Santa Claus.
Would you trust a face like that?
No.
So he drops Santa off at the Children's Museum as he goes in to find a man named Joe Struthers, who he's hoping will take over the role as Santa for him.
Here it is.
greatest. Oh, me too, me too.
Wow, the effects of Avatar aren't as good as I thought they'd be.
For millions of years, dinosaurs ruled the earth.
Yes, I think he entertains the autistic children.
And that's why we don't see dinosaurs around anymore.
Wait a minute, what? Years of inconclusive research about what killed the dinosaurs, and all this time the answer was in the head of a bad children's puppeteer? How come nobody tells me these things?
Do I know you?
Yes,
Is that the joke?
your name
Yeah, that was the joke.
originally on a list
Not that-
of
not the
several
worst.
hundred
No.
others.
Sorry.
Slowly, for one reason or another, the other names were eliminated.
Whoa, Santa's got mob ties.
I drove their merry little thumbs and shoved them down the Yuletide elevator shaft. Don't make me do that to you, Joe.
But now I'm sure I have the right man for the job.
John, what job? I mean, what is this all about?
Joe, you are going to be the new
Adolf Hitler.
Joey, the hand of fate is reaching out to you. Holiday flick called Christmas Sleigh.
Hey, it's that guy from No Reservations.
Blake Farron had the lead. At the last minute, he goes skiing, falls flat on his push, wrecks about 5 grand nose job, just like that. You love it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't make me add you to my list.
Don't you touch your hair and lose the beard. No, Joe. No, who's this guy? Already, I don't like him a lot.
How ironic, that's what most people say when they watch No Reservations.
My name is Santos.
Excuse me, Mr. Santos, we're having a conversation. May we continue, please?
My goodness, my sack.
Yeah, if an old man ever shouts in the middle of a conversation, my sack, it's probably best just to run away. So he realizes he left his bag of toys at Ernest's cab. Meanwhile, Joe's agent tries to keep both Santa and Joe away from each other.
I'm Marty Brock. I'm Joe's agent, son. Mr. Santos. You live around here?
No, I have to go and find Joe. Excuse me.
What about now, Mr. Santos?
The name is Santa Claus.
I love the way he says that line. It is so deadpan serious.
The name is Santa Claus.
It almost sounds like a Schwarzenegger line or a Stallone line, doesn't it? I mean, it's just so badass.
The name is
You know what? I want to hear that line just before an action movie starts.
What about now, Mr. Santos?
The name is Santa Claus.
This is good. Dr. Ho.
But sadly, admitting his true identity
Wait,
doesn't
you
work
don't
out
like
quite
this.
well.
I'm just looking for my sack. It's big, red, and tied up with string. Why don't you help me find my sack?
Ernest heads over to a friend named Vern's house to drop off a Christmas tree. I guess he sort of adopted this 80s chick as well.
Totally legal.
ho, Vern. Very good.
Wow, I think the movie just rejected it.
It's Santa's little party helper. This is Harmony. Had a tough time, so I'm helping her out.
Now, as you may have guessed, we never actually see Vern, which is a little weird. I mean, is he just filming everything that Ernest is doing right now? What's that, Vern? You filming this for court? Pictorial evidence. Cool!
Jesus.
Yeah, when does Vern drop the camera and start pummeling the hell out of Ernest anyway?
As the twig is bent, so grows the tree. Know what I mean? It'll look good right.
So Ernest goes back to the car and decides he wants to take a look into Santa's bag. Okay, he doesn't see that, but he does realize that the guy really is Santa Claus. He tries to give the bag back to him at the Children's Museum.
Are you in there?
Ugh.
I'll got your sack. It's safe.
I told you, they're all gone.
Nah, I guess we'll just have to find another camera to make faces into, preferably wide-angle lens. Watch this.
Help! Santa entrapped our souls!
He eliminated us from his list. He's evil!
So it turns out the toys start off as glowing spheres and transform into goodies, but nobody knows how to get exactly the right toys except for Claus himself. And he's not doing very well right now.
It'd be an awful lot better if you give me a real name.
I've told you. I've told everybody. My name is Santa Claus.
Get off!
for blood.
What's up, my niggas?
Ernest, so I swear to God he's got it on loan from Pee-wee's Big Adventure. No. It's another morning I wake up with a 16-year-old girl on my couch.
It's time to put fuel in the tank and rubber on the road and reunite old Father Christmas, a close personal friend of mine, with his magic sack.
We stop talking about his sack.
One Christmas Eve I was lying in bed, and I thought I heard a noise in the heat ducts.
And you thought it was a reindeer.
No, I thought it was Santa Claus trapped in the heating system. Ooh, shit.
Yeah.
The vent covers.
On many weird pages.
I need to get laid, Ernest. So Ernest and the 80s chick say they're from the governor's office and tried to break Santa out.
Now look,
It looks even
Oh
creepier.
my god, yeah.
That project this is of Governor Ellington's.
Are you sure you're not from the really bad improv group just down the street?
Yeah.
So, without checking their ID, they walk into the cell and say they're taking Santa to a mental hospital.
Alright! Is that cool or what? Now this is what government really works and they bought it!
Thank you, Ernest. I've seen things in there that'll make you turn white Christmas.
So Santa explains why it's so important to find Joe and pass the torch on to him.
I've got to make him the next Santa Claus before 7 o'clock tonight. Or, I'm afraid, the magic of Christmas, the joys, the feelings, will be gone forever.
And that all we'll have left is that Jesus fellow. And Lord knows we don't want an entire holiday dedicated to him. I mean, shit.
So Ernest disguises himself to find out where Joe is, and oh sweet God!
I'm sure
God.
they didn't know you were coming.
Just tell me where he is.
It looks like a bullfrog's ass that got run over, stretched out, run over again, and then inflated.
Your mother must be worried about you.
What?
Well, you've been gone a month now. That's a long time for a girl your age.
Everybody thinks I'm really young, you know, but I'm not. I'm 22.
My mistake.
So I can tap that then.
Yeah.
No.
So Ernest finds out where Joe is as he puts on yet another disguise to get past studio security. Where does he get these outfits anyway? Does he just always have a green dress and pearls in the back of his car? These characters need to ask more questions.
Oh, come to Santa.
That's not
That's just meta.
So he walks in while Joe is busy shooting a Christmas movie. With a sci-fi channel.
I would be surprised.
Jonesy, I thought this motion picture was called Christmas Slaves.
S-L-A-Y.
What?
It's about an alien from outer space.
It's made by Ubi Bowl. Yeah, I'd hit someone who works with Ubi Bowl too. So Joe agrees to talk to Santa while the airport guys call Animal Control to help with Santa's cargo.
That's not us.
No.
You need air traffic control.
Yeah, air traffic control.
Yeah.
You still can't do it. So the 80s chick replaces Santa's bag with a bag of feathers, and Mr. Lie
Okay.
Detector here can't
Yeah.
seem to figure it out
tried to.
until later. So while she runs away to the train station, Santa visits Joe, who just shaved his beard.
How'd you find my house?
That comes with the job. What did you do to yourself?
No, that's not the question. The question is, how did you find my house?
What's this supposed to be? My magic sack of toys? Look, it's feathers. It's just feathers.
I know it's feathers. I have absolute faith that it will be returned.
Thanks. No thanks.
You have made a powerful enemy today, son.
Oh, look, I have an appointment to keep.
Yes, I will end you soon
People
enough.
want to give me more than just, feathers.
Joe, in the end, this does not matter. When you try to pull the fiery pitchfork from hell out of your ass, you will know that my name is the Claus. Merry Christmas, call me.
Meanwhile, some more visitors come in to help Santa out.
We represent the lollipop hill, the lollipop hill.
I've got to have those reindeer at the Children's Museum like 5 minutes ago. Know what I mean?
We've been holding these flea bags for a fella named Elm.
Copper elves.
You got an ID?
We're here to shoot
They're
at the
creepy looking too.
So Ernest tries to drive the reindeer to the Children's Museum, but gets his tires blown out.
If Santa were here, he'd know what to do.
Oh, yeah? What would he do?
I've got it! Let's sell the reindeer for another truck. So Ernest gets out the sleigh and they go riding into the night. But the big bad military tries to shoot them down.
All passengers return to your seats.
You missed, but you can still get Jack Skellington.
That movie's overrated.
The Nightmare for Christmas, yeah.
So the 80s chick has a change of heart and decides to go back to the Children's Museum. All the while, Joe is ready to sign a deal with the Hollywood people.
These reflect the figures that we discussed.
Before we sign, I need to go over a few problems I have with the script.
Problems.
Problems? What Hollywood problems you speak of?
Can't we do something about the violence and the bad language?
Who do you think you are? You can't sit there and dictate changes to me. You're not some kind of big star, you know. You've been saying please and thank you so much. You've gotten the idea that that's the way things are. Well, get with it, man. This is the real world.
Oh, dear.
We are Hollywood producers. We are the gods. We are the gods.
Pre-Harvey Weinstein days.
Did you ever find your sack?
Stop calling it that. Time to open a can.
I got to thinking about you. And Ernest.
And why I look like a female Ralph Macchio? Even Joe sees Santa's sleigh and decides to screw Hollywood and go be jolly old Saint Nick.
How do I look?
Like the real thing.
Guess I better get going.
Where's the sleigh?
Look out! You're gonna run into Superman turning the world backwards! Ooh, that's a messy Christmas. So Ernest finally gets the sleigh back and Santa allows Joe to take over. They even let Ernest ride the sleigh one more time.
By the way, we haven't been formally introduced. My name is Mary Morrissey. Well, once upon a time, I was called Seth Applegate. I guess I am again.
I was also called Sindar, destroyer of worlds, but that's another time.
Merry Christmas!
Know what I mean?
So that was Ernest Saves Christmas. It's stupid, it's cheesy, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And I watch it every year.
Me too.
I mean it is a serious guilty pleasure. And even though it doesn't totally hold up, there's just some really nice things about it. Mostly centering around that guy who plays Santa Claus. It's just wonderful.
Yeah, he sounds
and there is just
wonderful.
something I really like about it, even if it is
Ernest
phenomenally
did his feelings
stupid.
just-
Now here's my question, all these movies where they try to prove Santa doesn't exist. If Santa doesn't exist in these worlds, how do they explain the presents just magically appearing under the tree if the parents don't get them? Here's what I thought. Merry Christmas, everybody. Thanks for watching all these December episodes. Have a wonderful holiday and... Wait a minute. Next month is January. You know what that means? Schwarzenegger month!
He does a theme month every year. Although this year it was in March instead of January. Got the PS3 for his brother.
Aww.
So yeah, that's Ernest Saves Christmas. Well, Doug's review of it. I love this review. It's hilarious.
It is funny.
Great jokes, and the movie. It made me want to see the movie on its own. And I agree, it's not perfect, but it is. It just the whole film. It's one of those movies you look at it, and all you can think is Christmas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm quoting
Santa looks wonderful.
He does. Douglas Seal, he is an amazing Santa Claus, and when Doug did a top 12 Santa Clauses list, Douglas
Aw.
Seal made #1.
Aw, that actually sounds like a really good list.
It is a pretty good list.
Yeah.
Although the Santa, the bad mall Santa from A Christmas Story is on the list.
Oh god.
Because he considers him the best bad Santa.
Yes. That's true.
Get him off my lap! And I reviewed Ernest Saves Christmas myself actually last year with Guy, that's what I call my grandfather, and we both had similar feelings. Jim Varney, he could be very talented, but for every good joke, a bad one will follow it usually. You know what I think of Jim Varney? He's like a early, not yet perfected Jim Carrey. With all the impressions, the rubbery face he has.
Yeah.
It's like Jim Carrey before Jim Carrey knew it worked. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
And it's a shame that he died young. He passed away in 2000, I believe, from lung cancer.
Oh, good.
But he was a childhood favorite of a lot of people, either through the Ernest movies or, as many know him, the original voice of Slinky Dog in Toy Story. Yeah.
Wow.
That's him. Woody.
Yeah.
And there were, as he put it, about 13 Ernest films. Eventually,
Crazy. Why?
because I guess the kids liked them and they made money. Not enough to continue releasing them in theaters, but he made them all the way up to the last 2 years of his life.
Wow.
Ernest Goes to Africa, Ernest in the Army, Ernest Goes to School, Slam Dunk Ernest, and where he plays basketball. There's a lot of jokes I really like in this, like at the airport. Hey, as long as your name's not Muhammad, you're cool. And
There's a guy behind him that looks like Muhammad.
Yeah, and the crazy taxi. I'm just looking for my sack. Yeah, that could have gone old pretty fast, but they kept it up pretty good. What did you think of the controversial joke that happened when he went to go see the kid
If you
house guy?
hadn't said anything, I would have just not even realized. I didn't actually even quite understand what he was referring to in making that joke.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat.
Yeah.
I looked up the original version before I saw the more edited version that Channel Awesome itself puts out. And I am on the autism spectrum, and that joke did not offend me at all.
Yeah.
My main issue is it's not really that good.
No.
I get the feeling he meant to say, I think he entertains the retarded children. But yeah, this joke
I guess I wasn't even paying attention to the kids in that moment to be like, what is he talking about?
He just, as Doug explained it, he made the joke because he thought these kids were way too old to be entertained by a bad puppet show.
Got it. Okay.
I don't think it need to be cut out.
Yeah.
But it's his video, he can do what he wants, and this is a rare version that still has it intact. And I just think it's funny. I mean, this is almost 10 years old, so I guess maybe it was a little different 10 years ago on the internet. But
yeah.
people got
During Autism Speaks was huge.
people got pissed off by, I think he entertains the autistic children. But it wasn't until literally a couple months ago that people were like, did he say nigga in this review? During the jail scene. And I'm like, you're a little late to get pissed about that.
Yeah.
And when that happened, the jail scene, I actually had to pause my laptop, get up, and walk around to laugh it off. I just didn't see it coming. And,
No.
And yeah, I think it's been almost 10 years. What can you say? It's old news, but it seems like people blew it out of proportion back then.
Very much so.
He was on top with the humor. It all flowed very well, and there were some parts of it he cut out. There are some genuinely touching moments in Ernest Saves Christmas, mostly with Santa and the girl.
Yeah.
But he did a good job ribbing the bad and cheesy moments. That's all I can really say. It's a classic Nostalgia Critic review, and like the Ernest Saves Christmas movie, it's kind of a tradition to watch them both at this time of year.
I like it.